everybody, and welcome into a special edition of the Weekly Warrior Preview. I'm Donette Logan with Jerry Young. We're on early for a good reason.
That's right. We made it 4 years in a row. We played in the state championship game, okay? And this show we got, I'm telling you, this is the best show we've had all year. You don't want to miss it.
You do not. We're going to talk to both our quarterbacks, Connor Harrell and Zach Sims, our D-line, Dr. Hester and Dr. Vickers, and Coach Freeman, plus all the facts you need to know. But first, you want to take a break?
Let's take a break. We'll be right back.
At Albritton and Artavino Family Dentistry, we know how valuable your time is. So if it's a crown you need, let us take care of it with our same-day crown service. We have the latest technology allowing us to build your custom crown right here in our office while you wait. Albritton and Artavino Family Dentistry is here to serve you.
Now, we all know, Tim, you sell real estate, but you also do a lot in the community. Talk to us about your community support program.
Hey, any teacher, school, coach, or sports team out there that needs a sponsor, we're here to help invest and put it back into our community. So make sure you give us a call if we can help your team, your teacher, or your school. So go Warriors.
Shelby Fence Company is a local family-owned business serving Shelby County and surrounding areas since 1989. You can count on our team of highly experienced installers to give you quality products, expert installation, and friendly customer service. For your next fence project, remember Shelby Fence Company in Alabaster.
Serenity Salon and Spa in Helena offers hair services for men and women, facials, makeup application, and waxing. Book an appointment at serenity-salonandspa.com or call 205-624-2030. Visit them at 123 Ace Place in Helena.
All right, welcome back in. Donette, let's get this thing started, okay?
Let's get it started.
First of all, I'm so excited. You did a great interview with our quarterbacks.
Well, thank you, Jerry.
I'm telling you, it was just this whole week. I tell you, folks, if you're not fired up this week, you need to check your blood pressure because this is, state championship week. We're going to talk about the game some, but we've got some really good players.
Yes, we do. And you'll notice something on Connor Harrell on Wednesday. He's going to have a different type of shoe on. They were actually designed by our student trainer, Serena. She hand-painted these shoes. They say QB on them, have his number, a picture of Connor that she hand-drew on these shoes. And it's so funny because we're at practice, and I look over there, and Zach Sims is helping lace them up for him. And so I see these two, and I'm like, hey, you guys want to chat for a minute? And I wanted to find out from Zach, what does he learn from Connor? And from Connor, what he wants to pass down to Zach. We're at Thompson High School right now with two of our quarterbacks, Connor Harrell and Zach Sims. Guys, thank you so much for joining us. Connor, first, I want to talk to you. How are you feeling?
I feel great. Coming off a big win, going into another state championship. I feel good.
You know, we've talked about Zach Sims, and Zach, I've watched you kind of get on the field last year some as a freshman, and you've been growing behind Connor and Sawyer. What's it like to have those guys be your mentors on the field?
I mean, it's great. They're both just like brothers to me. So, just from learning behind them and just, paying attention to the little things and all the details, just following behind them.
Connor, I mentioned to you, I talked to one of the backup quarterbacks, Cooper Duro, and he said that you had taken time to talk to them and tell them, just to do what they know how to do. Given that advice, that next generation coming up, talk about what you said to them.
I just told them to go in and have confidence in the game because it's always tough. First game, we got nerves. I just told them to, do it. Like you said, do what he knows how to do. I just feel like it's important to always feed into the younger generation. So, them coming up, they can be good next year because I want to come back to a winning program just like Sawyer wants to come back to a winning program just like Leah wanted to.
Zach, you guys have some things in common. Not only are y'all similar in height and stuff, but Connor got in there starting probably like an unexpected start in some games. You weren't expecting to be a starter in some of the games this season. You did fantastic, but when you found out you're going to be starting in these games, what was the emotion like for you?
I mean, I knew it was a blessing in disguise, and God just blessed me with the opportunity. So I just wanted to make the most of it, and just to make everybody proud and, win the games that we had to win and, do my job, until he got back. So.
Here we go, back into the state championship. I know last year we didn't get to see you finish the game. You obviously got us ahead, had that strong lead. How important is it for this game, knowing this is your senior year, you're back, and to get back to this position for the team?
It definitely means a lot. You know, that's what we work for all off season, to get back to the state championship. That's what we work for. I'm excited. You know, last year I didn't have the game that I wanted to, so it means a lot for me too. So I'm, preparing extra hard for this game. It means a lot for us and the team and everybody in the program.
Zach, I want to ask you, how are you connecting with that O-line coming in as a backup quarterback?
I mean, it's honestly easy because, they have my back. And so, as a team, we have each other's back. We're all like brothers. So, I mean, it wasn't really too difficult or anything. They had my back and I had theirs. So they made it really easy for me.
I'm going to put you on the spot here now and ask you if you could tell Connor something before he graduates just about him mentoring you. What would you say to him?
I mean, he's like a brother to me. So, I'm going to miss him for sure. Just the bond that we've had over the past 2 years, I'm going to really miss him. For real though, so I'm glad I've gotten to grow with him and have this great relationship with him. So,
Connor, I'm gonna do the same for you now. I want you to tell me, when it comes to Zach, what are we going to see from him in the future?
Y'all gonna see a really dedicated quarterback. He's learned a lot from us, but he's putting like a lot of work in himself. He's an extremely hard worker. He's gonna show y'all a lot, just like I did when I was first started. He already showed y'all a lot, but there's even more to come. Has a whole offseason of work, has receivers that have had playing time this year, has a line that has experience, so he's going to be really good next season.
Guys, you're about to do something that people haven't done yet. Obviously, his first year, played Bryant Denny, Jordan Hare, and now our new stadium in Birmingham. I can't wait to see what you guys do Wednesday night. Thank you so much and good luck.
Thank you. Two great young men right there, Donette, and just shows the leadership of this team. So let's go now, move over to the other side of the ball.
The other side of the ball, our defensive line, they have made headlines all season long. How often does your defense score more points than they allow? I mean, that's unbelievable. And you've got 5 guys that have just bonded so much on the season. And I want to talk to them about that name, the Buck Creek Boys, and just what's ahead for them. We are now at Thompson's practice field, and I've had some guys join us this week, the D-line for Thompson. Guys, thank you so much. I know you guys are cold and out of practice. I wanted to interview you guys because you have made national headlines about scoring more points than you have allowed. Peter Woods, I want to start with you and talk about when you find out that's what you guys have done. How's the momentum going for you guys this season?
Well, we just play game by game, and our main importance is just to stop the offense from getting in the end zone. And the mindset that we come in every game is just telling the offense just to give us 7. So when they can give us 7 and we give them 7, then that's always going to put us on top. So,
Jeremiah, I want to move to you. Obviously you made headlines last year, this season, committing to Alabama. But we've seen you guys do some different positions and move in and out. And we kind of talk about when you see you and Peter lined up heading towards the opposing team. I mean, I don't even know what your faces look like at that point, because I know those guys come off, they look scared to death. What is your mindset when you're in that position, ready to kind of make sure they don't score?
Like Peter said, we take it game by game, and we try not to get the big head and just stay leveled and just, like I said, game by game. And we have a good coaching staff around us to keep us all mentally prepared for the games and physically. So without the coaches and the rest of my teammates, none of this would be possible.
Elijah, I know you guys have had season after season after season, just a lot of success here, a lot of progress being made. And the coaching staff has been a significant part, but I watch you guys, I've seen pictures you have in your team dinners and the D-line dinners. How important is that bond off the field?
That's like really important to us, having a good connection, a strong connection off the field. It all comes in on Friday night and having us play better.
Caleb, I know some of you guys played together at Buck Creek. Some of you guys came in late, so you kind of had the name Buck Creek guys. Were you one of those guys?
I wasn't.
You wasn't?
I went to Hoover.
You went to Hoover?
I played against them.
You played against
all throughout Pee Wee.
But playing against them, you had to have seen what you were going to be a part of. And you had to know, like, hey, so these guys you see the bond they have, and now you're part of that bond. Talk about kind of coming in, being new to that program, and joining into that bond that was already here.
It was kind of like, it was great. Like, I saw how they all worked. They all were together. They all played around. But at the end of the day, they're all together and bonding all together.
AJ, do you think that bond helps you guys have the force you have on the field?
Yes, ma'am.
Why do you think that's important?
Well, it's like I just look over at Peter and I just know he has my back. I know Caleb, everybody has my back. So if I just do my own job, I know they're going to do theirs and we're going to win either way.
You guys are about to do something that no high school team has done, obviously, because it's the first time it's happened. You've won a championship at Bryant-Denny at Jordan-Hare, and now you have a chance to do it at Protective Stadium. And we kind of joke, we don't see you guys score a lot of touchdowns because that's not your job, but you have. And Peter, we have to talk about the touchdown you scored this season. The ball bounced off the ref, okay? I want to know what you were thinking when you saw that ball coming towards you.
Well, to be honest, I didn't really see the ball come off the ref. I kind of, just going through my pass set reads and everything, and I kind of felt like it may have been on screen or something. So I turned around and I just saw the ball in the air. I was just like, look, that's my ball. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't really know like the aftermath of what happened until I got to the sideline. People started telling me, bro, the ball bounced off the ref, this and that. But yeah, it was crazy. It was a special moment.
It wasn't like, I think moments later they had that posted on everybody's social media. ESPN had it posted because it was just a crazy play. And also because you guys making those plays, Jeremiah, you had a touchdown as well this season. I want to talk to you about getting into that end zone here at Thompson before you graduate. I know it's been a big part of you. You've had a lot of friends here. What is that meaning and that feeling like when you have a touchdown here at home?
It's a good feeling. It was my semifinals game I scored against Hoover, and it was a good feeling because, they were a big rival game, and it was at their house, so it just felt like a cherry on top.
Anytime you get good at Hoover, it kind of makes you always feel better. Guys, you guys are going to have a fantastic game Wednesday night. I know you are. A lot of success to you guys. And the two that are staying, you got some big shoes to kind of keep this program moving ahead, right? So what's next year for you guys? It's going to come to you on that.
Same thing, off season, summer, just keep on working hard and having that same mindset coming in the game. If you don't play.
Awesome. Guys, go get warm. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Showcase your personal style at LJ's Retail Therapy. Shop their selection of clothing, shoes, gifts, and accessories in-store and online. Visit them on Highway 119, 7 days a week in Alabaster beside Publix or at ljsretailtherapy.com.
Mainline Heating and Air Conditioning has been providing quality products since 1989. They love giving back to the community, and they service all of the greater Birmingham area. Call them today or go to mainlineheating.com.
Drone Tech specializes in drone models, customization, training, and maintenance with the industry-leading drone deploy software to provide professional, quality results. For more details, visit Michael Golden and the team at drone-tech.net or call 205-895-5099 and give them a follow on Facebook and Instagram.
Welcome back to the Weekly Warrior Preview. And Jerry, for the first time since 2008, Birmingham is the host of the Super 7 Championship.
Yeah, and I've never been to Protective Stadium like most people. Most people haven't been there. I have not made a UAB game this year, so I had no reason to go. But I'm looking forward to it. I know John Lunsford is too. Our whole crew is looking forward to it. We may even try to do a little bit of a video that afternoon, maybe to kind of show the stadium if we get time.
Maybe on our Alabaster Living Facebook page, we may put it there. Something that if you've not been to the stadium, I've been down there. You need to plan on parking and get there a little early. You've got one paid lot that's kind of close. Other than that, it's kind of a free-for-all. But remember, you got championships games all day long. You need a ticket for each game you're going to attend. So if you're only going to the Thompson game, you go on the GoFan website or your app and you buy the ticket. They're $15. Ladies, clear purses. You must have those in order to get into the stadium. So that's one thing to remember is one ticket per a game. So don't plan on getting a ticket and being there all day long. They will clear the stadium out and bring you back in.
Right. Of course, we're the there's a game before us, the girls'
flag football championship.
So
Yes.
what she's saying is you can't just buy a ticket and go in and watch the end of that game. They'll clear the stadium, then you go back in. But the rest of the games on Thursday and Friday, there's 3 games each in all classifications. So you have to buy a ticket to each game.
But with the new stadium, get there early, find your parking spot, and then head downtown and just take in some of our local restaurants, get some dinner, and then head over. We'll have the Warrior Walk. I think it's about 4:45 or so. We'll
4:45.
have that coming to the stadium. Look for details on that on the Twitter page from THS Athletics to find out which entrance will be on for that. So a lot of fun things happening. And at the helm of it all, 2 very important men.
You know, we are blessed to have this kind of leadership, and obviously Alabaster City school system could not exist without this kind of leadership.
No, they could not. And so we took some time to talk to Dr. Wayne Vickers and Dr. Hester to find out what is going on for Thompson High School and Alabaster Schools besides athletics. And we have 2 guests joining us right now, Dr. Wesley Hester, the principal of our high school, and Dr. Wayne Vickers, superintendent of our school system in Alabaster. Guys, thank you so much for taking the time to be part of our show today. And we want to talk to you a little bit, not just about athletics, but about our academics going on in our school system. And I know, Dr. Vickers, you mentioned we are now ranked in like the top 20 districts of the state of Alabama. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we're very excited. When we started, it's hard to believe this is 9 years as a school system. This is the 9th year of the Alabaster City Schools, and we're currently ranked 14th in the state out of 137 districts. Niche.com ranks the districts based on a variety of different pieces of the puzzle, including parent input and student input. And right now we're 14th in the state out of 137, and that puts us in the top 15. We'd love to be in the top 10. That's our goal, but I'm so proud of the work that has gone on. And we have three tiers of what it takes to make a quality school system. Academics, of course, is one of those key tiers, but also when you look at it, athletics and extracurricular make out those 3 very important pieces of the puzzle. We want every kid in Alabaster to connect to something, and we try to provide as many activities as we can. So that kid that's excited about physics gets out of the bed and goes to school for physics, and the kid that's excited about playing baseball gets out and does it as well. And very proud of the work that's gone in. Right now, our 3rd grade test scores that just came out, we are ranked 10th in the state on our test scores out of 137 districts, and our math scores in 3rd grade are ranked 8th. About 4 years ago, we were in the 40s.
Oh, wow.
And that is
That's
amazing.
a huge improvement.
So I want to give a huge shout out to the teachers in this school system for the work they've done to improve the academics and the outstanding work of our community to rally around our school system to make this, as I mentioned earlier in conversation, from a system of schools to a school system where we're all pulling together and making things happen for the children of this community.
You mentioned being connected. Dr. Hester, I want to ask you this question, something you guys started doing about 2 years ago, was you made an effort to make sure every child had a Chromebook. So now you're seeing them come to the high school, they are way ahead of myself in technology, which is kind of scary, but also they're more prepared, I feel like. How is that affecting the teachers when it comes to having supplies and making sure the students have what they need to learn?
Well, it really has helped us, impacted us tremendously, just because, number one, you're right, our students are so much more advanced when it comes to using technology, and so they immediately gravitated to that format. And of course, it helps our teachers because now learning becomes something that goes on beyond the classrooms. Teachers don't have to make all the extra copies in case somebody is out on a field trip or if they're not in school that day, and learning can continue and it moves forward. Our Warrior Device Initiative, which is a school system initiative, again, that has been paid dividends for us tremendously, and it started all the way from 3rd grade and moved all the way into the high school at the same time, simultaneously. But you've got so many of our students now that are so much more connected with each other, with their teachers. Their families know what's going on.
Absolutely,
from
we
home,
do, yes.
in the classroom. So you take what's going on in the classroom and you put it into the living room and at the dining room table at night. Now you really take your learning to another level, and that's what we've done here in our school system.
It's really easy now whenever you have Google Classroom and the parents have on their phone, and you can see the videos from biomedical principals, and you can ask your son, hey, so tell me about the blood test that you guys did today. It just allows you to be more connected with them, and I think it brings it to their memory more. And if they're stuck on it, they can see the videos that our teachers are putting online and kind of get a refresher on that course too.
Dr. Vickers, you mentioned earlier about 80% of all graduates, they go into either college or some type of training due to the school. Explain what that is.
Well, one of the goals that we set a few years ago was we had our graduation rate when we started as a school system was around 89%. And we are currently at about 97% graduation rate, which is amazing.
It is, yeah.
Going from good to great is some of the most difficult work that goes on, because we were pretty good when we started. But we had an issue, and I'm really proud of the entire school system and all the schools and principals for the work. Our college and career ready standards were lower. So right now, they're both at 97%. So kids leave with credentials. They are proving that they either have a dual enrollment credit or they have a career academy credit. They have something that shows that they are college or career ready, which means that they go into the workforce prepared, that they go into a 2-year technical program that they're ready for, that they know a little bit about. 85% of our students go to 4-year, 2-year, 2-year technical, and are the military. And when we started, it was at 57%. And that tells me that we're doing things, and we're not satisfied, because we still have 15% of our students that we worry about, that we're concerned about. It's not that they're not ready or prepared, but they don't have that credential that standards tell us means that they will be prepared. So our goal right now, and I'm very proud of the high school and middle school for doing such a fabulous job of working to make sure we have internships, that we give everyone an opportunity. We have a young man working at Vulcan Materials right now that's found what he loves and enjoys. And that's what makes productive citizens. And, we want to be in a system where they graduate the Thompson High School and they come back to Alabaster and they want to bring their families up right here where they grew up. And to me, when we get to accomplishing that, we have certainly provided a quality of life that makes this city such a great place to live and learn.
Absolutely. And Dr. Hester, the academies he mentioned, they're not all, everyone's not cut out for college. We need those technical jobs. And I know in the academies, you guys have academies to go from technical jobs all the way up to being an engineer or a doctor. Talk about what those academies are and how they got started at Thompson.
Well, it was the vision of our school system, and Dr. Vickers and our school board, to have these career-focused opportunities for our students, because even years ago, we already were realizing that it was so important for our students to be connected to what's beyond high school and what's beyond college, because it's not just about going to college or getting to college. It's about what are you going to do when you get there. So the question for us, and that what we've been asking, is what's next? What's beyond just getting out of high school and going to college? Is that the right pathway? So we have over 14 fully loaded academies at the high school now, and we're continuing to grow each and every year. We added a pathway, another arm, dual enrollment's getting involved, but we've got so many of these career-focused opportunities now for our students to explore what's beyond high school, what's beyond college. And every one of those academies is built in such a way to where our students are being guided by our counselors, by our college counselor, by our career coaches, by everyone involved, their teachers, so that they know what choice is best for them and their families. And this is something that is very important, and I know you mentioned this earlier. It's also just as important for students to find out what they don't want to do.
Correct.
And
Yes.
to get a taste of what they thought that they wanted to do, but maybe they don't, because that saves families thousands of dollars. But the key is, and Dr. Vickers, this is his vision, and what he'll say all the time is that 100% is a real thing. And we're not just saying that. That is something that we're shooting for. We want to get to 100%, and when those students walk across that stage, everyone has a true, laid out, detailed plan about what they're going to do. When they take that diploma, they know where they're going,
Mhm.
they know what they're doing, and and that's a goal. But the academies have helped us to accomplish.
Because they're not
that
just
goal.
textbook, they are hands-on learning.
Correct.
And I think that's what people don't realize. You guys have an ambulance there, an urgent care center, you have auto mechanic, you have got physics going on. I mean, when I toured them, I was like, they're all hands-on learning things to see this is really what I want to do.
And it's so connected to our academic side.
Yeah.
We have so many opportunities even outside of just the academies. I mean, there's a lot of extracurricular opportunities within our academies too, competitions, all types of things, but it's connected to our classroom. And that's it brings the learning and the academic side to life. And at the high school, being that everything is under one roof and on one campus, our students are able to go to an AP physics class and then turn around and go to engineering, or go to AP biology and then go to our health science classes. That's something that most schools do not have the opportunity to do because they have to make that choice. Oh, I got to take 2 or 3 hours out of my day to take a bus ride to the vocational center in the county or wherever. And so here at Thompson High School, we're able to give them the world, and they have every opportunity to explore everything so that they can make those decisions and their families can make those decisions about what they want to do in life.
Okay, speaking of competition, let's get to football, okay? Because tomorrow night we are going into battle, and we're going into the new stadium in Birmingham. Can't be more proud as a principal of what we've seen the last 4 years. And, this is my 4th year to be associated with doing play-by-play. All 4 years, guys, I've been calling the state championship game. That's unbelievable. My whole career, 30-plus years, I did it twice. I come here 4 times in a row. Absolutely amazing. You got to be proud. It's a fun time of year.
Oh, my goodness. It is unbelievable. It is so surreal, but I'm loving every minute of it. I mean, we've got the absolute best coaching staff that anyone could ask for. We've got the best players, our kids. Everyone is just so connected and involved. And the culture that's been built within our football program, and it's transcended into our school. But it has been an absolute fun, amazing ride, and I'm just blessed to be a part of it.
Dr. Vickers, I know one of your things is the community. And, we talk about football, we talk about school, but nothing brings the community together anymore than a winning football team. And the whole community comes out on Friday nights. That's got to do your heart good, turn up there and look and see a sold-out crowd.
Well, it is certainly a blessing. I have to say that. It has been a true blessing. This is my 32nd year in education, and I've been superintendent in other places, great places. But I tell you what, when you're proud to say that you have 2 sons that are Thompson graduates, one of them, played sports and played football, but the work that's been done by a wonderful coaching staff, great people. They're not just great coaches; they're great role models for our players, and then the community that rallies around Friday nights. You look out there and there's 175 kids marching in the marching Southern Sounds. You have 40 cheerleaders, and you have 140 football players, and 6,000 people in the stands, and there's no place else in Alabama you'd rather be than at Thompson High School on a Friday night in the fall. And it is a blessing. There's been a lot of work that has gone in to make this happen, but I will tell you, I count my blessings every day and night that I've been fortunate enough to work with a team of leaders and a great school board, an amazing city government. Mayor Brakefield and the city council couldn't ask for any better group of people to work with as a community. And we're fortunate. This community gets it. They understand that this school system was the missing piece of the puzzle, and I think that they've embraced that, and I look forward to many more years of success. This is only the beginning of what we're planning to do, and I will tell you that when I first started in Alabaster, I remember receiving an email from a superintendent that sent me an email, and we had a pretty rough season in just about a little bit of everything, And he said, you know, are y'all still playing sports, Wayne, down there in Thompson? And he said that really, you know, to kind of rub it in. Well, that same guy is now in the metro area, and he doesn't talk about that email much anymore.
Right.
And how many state champions do we have now?
Yeah, well, right now.
You did hit reply on that email, didn't you?
well, you know, since that all occurred, since we started as a school system, we've had 26 state championships and runner-ups, and that's a blessing. I mean, that's giving some people their community waits an entire lifetime to compete for a championship in one item, one thing.
That's right.
And when you look at esports, look at volleyball this year. They've been in the Final Four 2 years in a row.
Right.
And how amazing is that to have fall sports successful? And our softball team was in the Final Four last year. It is a true blessing, and I have to just thank the good Lord because He has put me here with a great group of people, and I've been blessed to hire some good folks along the way, and I want to tell you that, you know, we are proud of our young men that are going out to play that game Wednesday night. But I'm proud of what they are after the game. Mm-hmm. When you see them out, we received a notice the other day, an email from a secretary of a high school that went into a restaurant where our kids were eating dinner. And she sent us an email complimenting our kids' behavior.
That means the world when you get those things, I know.
I mean, you know, and that's something that I believe Coach Freeman does, and I think all of our coaches believe in, and our teachers, that we want our kids to be winners, you know, on the field, but we also want them to be winners in life. And we want them to understand what it means to be a good man and a good woman, and what it takes to be a good citizen of this great country. Right. And that's the most important thing that we do.
Dr. Hester, what's next for Thompson High School? That's a loaded question, I know.
The sky's the limit. And just like what Dr. Vickers mentioned, when you have you know, a city and a community that is so supportive as ours, you have a school board that is willing to do whatever it takes to help our kids be successful in all capacities. You've got a superintendent that is literally at everything, as competitive as they come, you know, and it doesn't matter what we're talking about. We want to be great at everything. Mm-hmm. We want to be the best at everything, but we also want to provide every opportunity that we can for every student to be connected, to be involved, because we want everyone to find their identity. We want everyone to have their voice. We want our students to be successful, because everyone has their Friday night.
Right.
And that's something that we're always talking about, is that everyone has their Friday night, no matter if it's across the table from another student during a chess match, or if it's on the volleyball court, on the wrestling mat, or if it's in a math competition, a robotics competition, mountain bike racing.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, fishing.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean,
in the theater?
Absolutely. Theater, band, I mean, you name it, we either have it or we're working on it.
Right.
And so the greatness that comes with that is because of the commitment and the investment that we've made to make sure that every student has an opportunity, because we have so many great families and talented kids here. Mm-hmm. We literally can be the best at everything
Absolutely.
That we do.
Yeah,
So,
I interviewed a coach, and they said, I asked about going somewhere else, take a head job, and they told me, why would I leave here? I get everything I ask for and need, and I get all the support. Why would I ever leave?
Right.
And that says a lot for you guys.
And having a great school board means a lot. And I want to give a shout out to our community for the support we received during this pandemic. And I want to tell you something, you know, we didn't miss any school last year because of the pandemic. And we were in session, and I think that helped our scores.
Absolutely.
And I really believe that. And I will tell you, I want to thank the community for their support. Even if they agreed or disagreed with me, they did it in a classy way with respect. And that's another testimony to our community. that, we stand together whether we agree with everything or not. We stand together for our children, and that matters.
Guys, I tell you this, at least once a week I get a call from school asking me how we do this. And I always tell them we couldn't do it without y'all too, because the support has to come from right here. We could not be the Warrior Nation Network and do this kind of stuff without the support. And that's what I tell every school. And they're all like, well, I wish we could get our superintendent or our principal or our whatever to believe in that vision. But that's what it takes. We can't thank you enough.
No, for you guys, you are definitely an example to see on Friday nights on the sidelines at football, Saturday morning on the road with the band to see their competitions, then right back there at night for theater competitions and theater performances. It says a lot about you guys that you're being involved in just knowing what these students are doing. I think you know every student by name, and that says a lot because there's a lot of kids in Alabaster. So, guys, thank you so much for coming on the show and taking the time to chat with us. I hope we have you on after our championship and talk about what's next for our football program. But we're going to take a quick break, and we'll have much more after this.
Do you know the science behind killing COVID-19 and other viruses? I don't either, but I do know who to trust. Wellis Air has patented technology inside their air disinfection purifier that removes 99.9% of existing viruses, bacteria, allergens, moles, odor, and VOCs on surfaces and in the air. The sun's ultraviolet rays are combined with moisture in the air to create atmosphere hydroxyls to clean and protect your environment. Most people will never understand that statement, but everyone wants the air they breathe to be clean and safe. The folks at Wellis Air have patented technology that cleans the air and surfaces in your home or office. To learn more, go to myenvirosol.com.
Gym Time is celebrating Thompson High School's 100-year anniversary by giving away 100 gym memberships. If you're an Alabaster City School student or employee, just go to gymtime.fitness and click on the 100 for 100 giveaway tab to register for your free 1-year membership. Now is your chance to get fit at Alabaster's premier fitness center. And remember, we're only giving away 100 memberships, so don't miss out. That's Gym Time's 100 for 100 giveaway. Go to gymtime.fitness and click on the 100 for 100 giveaway tab, or call us at 205-624-4040. Open 7 days per week with 24-hour access. What time is it? Gym Time.
For quality pest control service from an experienced and reliable company, Mr. Bugs offers residential and commercial pest and termite control service. Mr. Bugs Pest Patrol, 205-663-1919.
Brooklear Pharmacy on Highway 119 is a full-service pharmacy that provides top-quality products and hometown service at competitive prices. The Brooklear family has been in business for more than 50 years and is proud to be a part of Alabaster. Jerry, 6 years ago, athletics changed at Thompson High School, I feel like, because that's when Coach Freeman arrived. And he has been on a mission to be the first at a lot of things since getting here.
Yeah, one of the things he wants to be first at is winning the very first high school game in Protective Stadium. Here's my interview with him this week. Coach, for 4 years, 15 times in 4 years, you and I have stood right here. How fun is this?
That's great fun, and what a blessing it is to be able to prepare for one more week and get ready for the big game.
Well, let's go back. We've got to talk about Hoover a little bit. It's just a natural built-in rivalry, but had to be very satisfying. I tweeted out it was my most satisfying game that I've called in a long time. Had to feel good to get back on top and kind of put the world back on its axis.
Well, you just want another opportunity to go over there and make yourself get yourself in a position that you could actually play better. And I think it all fell into winning a bunch of games in a row, sometimes anticipating that you're going to win a football game rather than being, basically desperate to win the game. So I think in the long run, I'm not a big believer that you got to have a loss to teach you, but you do learn from every loss. And so I think going back gave us a chance to go back and see if we were as good as we thought we was, or was we not as good as everybody said we was.
Let's talk about 2 or 3 plays, which we usually don't do, but Pepin's made a great catch in the end zone, going to his knees and sliding. Of course, a big defensive play where Peter Woods knocked the ball loose and Jeremiah ran it in. Those are the kind of plays you got to have in big games to win it, isn't it?
Sure you do. And you know, those games like that, usually you look back 7 to 8 plays, determine, you know, the outcome usually. But, you know, Ryan Pep did make a great catch. He made 2 great catches. And you go back and Connor made 2 great throws because they had good coverage on Pep. But, you know, we like, when he's one-on-one with somebody, we like taking our chance with Pep. And we waited to the right time. You know, we had a little bit different game plan going in. And we waited to the right time to get that matchup. We got the matchup twice and hit it. And actually, I think he scored 3 touchdowns that night. But they were great throws. And then, obviously, Peter and Jeremiah, what a fitting, you know, for those 2 guys, what a great situation it was. I'd like a chance where it reverses this week and let Jeremiah Black and let Peter run it in.
That'd be great. All right, let's talk about Central-Phenix City. Good football team, no doubt about that. Of course, Caleb Nix, heralded quarterback. Everybody's looking at him too. So our defense is going to have to play a good game. But talk a little bit about Central, what we can expect to see out of them.
Typical Central, really big players, athletic, really exceptional team speed. Obviously, they haven't lost a game, so we got to go in there and we got to challenge them. I think to you know, a game where it's 2 good teams going at it. Like I said, the team speed will be incredible. They're really fast and they're big. You know, as far as physical, and I say big don't bother me. It's you know, what bothers you is that can they lay on our defensive lineman a little bit, offensive lineman, and then the defensive line is really good. They've got a number 3 who's really good football player at defensive end. The linebacker's really active and solid. You know, their interior box is going to stay about what it is, and we see predominantly man coverage with a little bit of zone mixed in. So, I mean, we know what we're going to get. We just got to go down there and play our best game.
Let's talk about the venue a little bit. We're going to a new stadium in Birmingham, Protective Stadium. It's going to be all eyes. I mean, it's going to be a different atmosphere because when you're at Bryant Denny or Jordan Hare, you can't fill that place up. But this is one of those games in one of those stadiums. The atmosphere is going to be completely different. I'm looking forward to being there.
Yeah, we are too, and we wanted to be in the first one that was played up here, and we achieved that goal. Now we want to be the first team to win a state championship in that stadium, and so we've got a lot of expectations going there. Like you said, I think the crowd at Alabama and Auburn at times you can have. I think we had 32 or 38,000 the one year when we played Central, and you know it was like nobody was there, and so as you said, this stadium is more conducive to 25,000 people, and man, it'll be a great atmosphere, and it's right here in our hometown.
Okay, Coach. Well, I don't know what else to say other than congratulations. Thank you for the job you do here at Thompson, and let's go win another one, okay?
Well, thank you, Jerry, and thank you for the job you guys do, and let's go get them.
We're good. Well, down there, you can see everybody's fired up. It's time to play the game now. Tomorrow night we'll be kicking it off. If you want to watch it, it's the WarriorNationNetwork.org. You can get the link to the NFHS network from there. It will be shown on the NFHS network, so if you're a subscriber, you can watch it there. The problem is it won't be us calling it, okay? It will be the folks from WOTM calling it on there. If you'd like to listen to the game, we'll be on the air on the Listen tab there on the WarriorNationNetwork.org. Donette will be on the sidelines. John and I will be in the booth. We'll bring you every play just like always.
It's going to be an exciting time. It always is. You know, football season's coming to an end.
Yes.
I get a little sad, but I remember we're not done.
No, we're not even halfway through, Donette.
I know. Thanks to our amazing sponsors, we're able to do this show year-round and profile all the sports at Thompson High School and several more athletes. So even though football season ends Wednesday night, we will continue here on the Weekly Warrior Preview. Thank you guys for tuning in all football season long. Thank you to our sponsors, and we'll see you at Protective Stadium on Wednesday.
Go Warriors.